Hi guys, so we just made it to the restaurant for my dad. Surprise party, he should be pulling up any minute now. Hello. They should be about to pull up. Yeah. I'll go ahead and...
Everybody pretty much in
Oh, okay.
Is he with your mom?
Yeah.
Who's walking through the door first?
I don't know.
Because I don't know how to take some time.
Because of what she was saying, I knew something was up. I was like,
no, you ain't know.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
thank you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Nope, that's all we know.
All right.
Wait. Say a wish.
I already said it.
Oh,
I already
okay.
said it.
Wait. Say cheese. Cheese.
Smile, man. You gotta smile.
Right, you gotta smile.
Man, cause you look hard with that knife in your hand. Okay, you feel me? You gotta smile, man. Especially that big knife in your hand.
Bound only by frozen memories. It's fine. Racing all these broken
Hi guys. Alright, so it's the day after yesterday, October 20th. So as you can see, yesterday was my dad's surprise party, but it was also his actual birthday, which is October 19th. So we're, I would say we're 4 days apart, but not really. But our birthdays are 4 days apart. So today has been a really, really, really relaxing day. I got a great nap, which is great. So just got to like rest, and then we got to, of course, talk to my dad about all the secrets we were keeping for his surprise party. But yeah, it was really nice. So I'm about to head back to the restaurant. Y'all, they have this thing called bangin' shrimp. I tasted it for the first time last night, and it's so good. And I'm in love with their hush puppies. I don't know what it is, and I don't like everybody's hush puppies. I'm real picky about them. But these hush puppies, I don't know. And I'm not saying it just because it's my dad's restaurant. Not at all. I just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about it if it wasn't good. But they're so good. I love them. And I think they're only like 99¢ for 2. So I usually get like 2 or 3 orders of them, so I can get like 4 or 6 hush puppies. And I'll have just hush puppies. Like, I know that's crazy. And I have like a sweet tea or some water or something. But yeah, so tonight they're having I think it's the Dallas Cowboys club or something. I don't know. Something like that they're having at the restaurant, and it's like watch night or something like that. So like people are watching the game and all kind of stuff. So I'm just going to go up there, have me some hush puppies, you know, of course, just support for the next few days while I'm here. My little 2 weeks here have gone by so fast. I leave here on the 23rd, and today's the 20th. So I got yeah, today's Sunday, so I got Monday and Tuesday, like, full days to, like, do my own thing. And then y'all know the 23rd, the day before I go back to work, is commute day. So, gotta commute home. Gotta commute to work. So, yeah, so I'm about to head there. I just wanted to Just want to put my earrings in. So yeah, I gotta catch y'all up on what happened, because last thing y'all seen was the Black Flight Attendant vlog. And yeah, and I didn't really get to talk to you guys in this vlog, so I'm gonna talk to you guys probably while I'm in the car. Y'all know how I do. Lately, I've been talking to you guys a lot in the car, so yeah, I'm gonna do that again today. Good to go now. Just put me on a little bit of eyeliner and yeah, just a little bit of eyeliner and some lip gloss. I love a good lip gloss. Can never go wrong. All right, so it's 7:48. It takes about 20 minutes or so to get there. Alrighty, let's get it. Alright guys, so I'm finally here at the restaurant, but I wanted to talk to you guys first before I go in. It might be a little loud, so I can't really like tell you guys everything I want to say. Alright, so pretty much, just to get you guys up. So the last thing I did was I went to the Black Flight Attendant event and was in Atlanta for a few days. So I came back, Saturday? So I was able to spend my birthday, of course, here in Memphis with family. Okay, so Wednesday, well, this past Wednesday, because today is Saturday, October 20th. So the 16th of October, I flew to Charlotte, and my homegirl Alicia, I haven't seen her in like years. We went to college together, and I haven't seen her in some years, so I figured I would go see her. And two, she does passion twists, which is what how I was trying to get my hair done, as you can see now. So I went ahead and I got that done. So she did my hair Thursday. I was with her all day Thursday, and then Friday morning I got up and came on here to Memphis. And then Friday, my mom's friend flew in, Miss Shamika. I don't know if you guys seen her in the vlog, but she flew in, so we kind of like went out to eat with her to Gus's and stuff. I looked a hot mess, y'all, because literally it had been a long day of traveling on Friday. I told you guys, oh, I didn't tell you guys. So trying to get, like, it was no problem getting to Charlotte, but for some reason the flight from Charlotte to Memphis, like the plane, I tried to take the very first flight out, which was the 9:26 flight out, and what happened was the flight ended up getting delayed. For some reason it was still in the hangar, and they were bringing the plane from the hangar to the gate. And then they were like, okay, so we have to downsize the plane. So mind you, the flight was almost full, and they were able to check 2 standbys. So I think it was like 8 of us total on the standby list, but they were only able to check 2, and I was of course last on the list. So but before I even get to the whole issue with the plane, when Alicia dropped me off at the airport, y'all, I was going through KCM, y'all, and I got random. So this is my first time getting random. I knew it was gonna come one of these days, and I knew it was gonna be when I'm kind of in a rush, but luckily I had like plenty of time. I thought I didn't have time, but now that I look back on it, I actually had plenty of time, because I got to the gate well in advance. So I guess because the gate was kind of close to where I came in at. So anyways, got random at KCM. So the guy was like, of course, you know, so like through KCM, like if you can't go through KCM, then you're subject to like the 3-ounce rule and stuff like that with like liquids. So I know good and well I have all kinds of large items in my bag, so I'm like, okay, I can't do it, so I gotta check my bag. So, and I was flying American, so I went to the gate, the agents, got my bag checked, and went on about my way. So I was able to go through the employee line, which is great. So luckily the tote bag that I had, it didn't have any liquids or anything in it, so I was perfectly fine with that bag. So everything went through fine with the security, in the employee line, because even they have to have like the 3 ounces or whatever. From what I understand, at least that's what they told me. So they was like, make sure you don't have any liquids or anything, any liquids in your bag over 3 ounces. So I was like, oh no, I'm fine. So anyway, so went through the employee line, which is fine, got to the gate, all of that, cool. All right, like I said, the plane was downsized to a smaller plane, so therefore they couldn't fit, you know, actually it ended up being like oversold at that point. So since that was happening, I was like, there was a Chicago flight literally right like gate to gate. So I think I went to like gate 16 or something, and the other flight was like gate 15. So they were literally right there next to each other, and it was Chicago, and one was leaving. The Chicago flight was actually about to board in like a minute, and it was leaving at 9:20. And the flight that I was trying to catch, no, it was leaving at 9:40, and the flight that I was trying to catch had been pushed back down to 10 o'clock a.m. So I was like, okay, well, I went to the gate and I was like, hey, what are my chances of getting on this flight? And that's when they told me that it was pretty much oversold and how the plane had been downsized. So I was like, all right, great. I need to go ahead and hop on Chicago. So I listed for Chicago, checked in for Chicago, and then they gave me a ticket right then and there. And, you know, after that, they started boarding. So got on the plane. Everything was fine. So then in that time I went from Charlotte to, like I said, Chicago. We got in, I think, at like 11. So I had to like wait because the next flight out to Memphis didn't leave until 12:50. So they weren't going to start boarding until 12:20. So I had like an hour and like 20 minutes to like waste. So I just sat at the gate the entire time. And while I was there, they were actually boarding another flight. So when I got to the gate, there were 2 people listed. There was already 1 person listed, and then when I listed, I somehow jumped ahead of them, which was fine. So I was like, okay, and it looks like it's only 1 seat, but I'm like, oh, you know how that always goes. Every time you get to the gate, more seats miraculously open all the time. So at this time, I had to take United from Chicago to Memphis. So with that flight, I ended up having to jump seat because it allowed other people that I know, because I'm like, only flight attendants can take the flight attendant jump seat. Because of that, I had seen a few other pilots like walk up and stuff like that to the gate. You know, we were all waiting. So I went to the gate and like, hey, you know, I want to go ahead and list for the jump seat because I see that, you know, there are more employees, you know, trying to get home. And I know how it feels trying to just get home. They were all in uniform and I wasn't in uniform. So, you know, and I was traveling for leisure, and I know good and well they were more than likely headed home, not heading to work. So I was like, you know, they probably just got off, they tired, they ready to get home to their families, and I get it. So I'm like, can I just list for the jump seat, and you know, so I can get my seat up for one of them. Now mind you, I'm like dog tired. I'm so sleepy. I literally got maybe like 2 hours of sleep the night before because we were just up. And so yeah, so I did that. I was able to take the jump seat, and I believe all the standbys were able to actually get on the flight, because I guess people didn't make, I don't know, like I told you, seats miraculously open. I'm telling you, when you get to the gate, they just open. So yeah, somehow all 8 of us were able to get on. I think like 2 or 3 pilots took the pilot jump seat, and then I think then there were a few seats open in the cabin that they were able to take, and then I took the jump seat, so everybody was able to get on, because I was actually listed as number 1 on the flight. So I could have just taken a seat, but, you know, like I said, I understood the situation, and I was just like, you know what, I can take a jump seat. Let me just go ahead and take a jump seat. So, so yeah, you know, just being, you know, courteous and, you know, understanding to my fellow crew members, whether they work for my company or not. I understand how it is. But yeah, y'all, so that was the situation. So I got to Memphis, y'all, and my bag was not there. Like, mind you, since I wasn't able to catch the direct flight from Charlotte to Memphis, and I had to connect, and I had to switch carriers, supposedly they said that my bag tried to follow me or something, so the bag got stuck in Chicago and it never made it to Memphis. So I had to file like a whole claim and do all of this. Luckily, I still had like my tag with the bag number and stuff, but the tag said American, it didn't say United, but I had to file the claim through United. Like, it was like a whole mess. So what I found out is that, because they were like, you know, your bag may show up later on this evening, and they was like, you know, will you be able to come back? How far do you live? And I was like, I live like 45 minutes away from the airport. I'm not coming back up here. So they were like, they was like, actually, you know, we have a service where we can get it delivered to you. Now, they'll deliver your bag to you, and it's free. Like, you don't pay for it. So they actually delivered to your house, like to your doorstep. So I was like, oh, perfect. And they were like, if it doesn't come tonight, then it'll definitely be there tomorrow at probably like around 9:30 in the morning. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, you know, I'm fine. You know, I don't really need the bag right now, but you know, I needed it for that night, which was last night, because it had some things in there for my dad's party, like an outfit, shoes, stuff like that. So they was like, oh yeah, you know, it'll be here. So I'm like, okay, sure, no problem. They were like, it'll be delivered by tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, y'all, tomorrow come, I ain't getting nothing from nothing. I tried even calling. They were like, oh yeah, you're back. It just got to Memphis or something. I was like, okay, so when will it, you know, like, when will it be delivered? They was like, oh, it should be delivered in a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool. Y'all, the man calls me on my way to the surprise party last night. And I think he called at like 7 something at night. He's like, hey, I'll be to your house in like 40 minutes. I'm like, 40 minutes? Like, y'all was supposed to come earlier today. So he ended up having to just leave it by the house. Luckily, nobody took anything. I mean, I figured nobody would, but I mean, still, you never know. So yeah, that was the whole dilemma yesterday. And like, I literally, the one time I don't put my makeup in my purse like I usually do, it gets lost. Like, my bag gets lost. I had like some of my essential things that I needed. I had those in my toiletry bag. I had like my powder that I love. It makes my makeup like look very, very flawless and seamless, like when I actually put on makeup, and I love it. It looks very natural, which is what I like. I don't like cakey makeup or real heavy like, I don't like it. So this was beautiful. Yeah, I couldn't use it. I had to use some other stuff that I was like, that if I blend the two, then they look good, but one by itself just doesn't look. The one I had to use, it doesn't. I don't care for it by itself. But anyway, so yeah, I had my powder, I had my eyeliner, I had my brush in there, and I had some other stuff in there, like my powder, my deodorant, like all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm home, but here I haven't really, I used up my home essentials that I had. I need to go buy some more. I just haven't. But I usually like to have something at home and something with me, so therefore whenever I do come home, I don't have to take things out of my bag, which is usually how I do things. But like I said, I recently, like literally, like the last time I was home, I recently ran out of all of my essentials, so I need to go buy some more. But still, y'all, it was just terrible. It was just terrible. I filmed a video for you guys about like my makeup for my face-to-face or whatever. I just hate that 2 of my essential items were missing for that video, which is terrible, but it still got the point across. It was still like a nice look or whatever. It was still something that I would actually wear to my interview and everything like that. But yeah, y'all, that's the whole story, y'all. I got my bag. My bag was, they always say don't check your bag, don't check your bag, but I mean, at this point I had no other choice. So I mean, it is what it is. But if you can, try not to check it, because stuff like this happens. And especially if you're going to work, you definitely can't have something like this happening at work. And just imagine you walk into your gate with no bag, and they happen to give you a 3-day trip. What are you gonna do? You know, so it's just like, it's terrible sometimes, but you just have to be really, really careful about checking your bag, because like I said, this right here, it took them an entire like a day and a half in order for my bag to finally get to me, because like I said, they delivered it at like 8 something at night. Now mind you, I got in at like 2 something in the afternoon of the day before, and they were still saying it was still in Chicago. But whatever, y'all. So yeah, so that was my little dilemma or whatever. I'm about to go into the restaurant now, get me, it's 8:35. Yeah, I need to hurry up and go get me some hush puppies, because I love the hush puppies. So yeah, see you guys. Last night home from my 2-week vacay? Is that what you want to call it? It wasn't really like technically it's not a vacation, it's just time off. So me and mommy having a mother-daughter date. Mom, you're not gonna say hello to the camera. Mom, don't. Mom, please, don't ever. You trying to be hip or cool? Is that what you trying to do, Mom? on the plane. I'm about to head back to work. So it is October, I think today's the 23rd. Yeah, today's the 23rd, and it's 10:40 in the morning. So my mom dropped me off. She took off for today. Thank you, mother. And y'all, it's lit. I'm off for Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving. So as of right now, so today on the 23rd is when you can like move your days around. Like I said, the video is coming. Just y'all, just give me time. The video is coming. But anyways, on the 23rd you can move your days around. So Memphis is an hour behind Dulles, so you have to make sure you go by your home domicile time, which is HDT, home domicile time. So my home domicile time for me to change my day starts promptly at 9 a.m. So therefore I have to make sure I'm up at 8 a.m. to start bidding here in Memphis. So I made sure I woke up extra early to make sure I was able to bid right at 8 o'clock. So did that, and I already had at least the schedule that they gave me. I already had Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving already off, but I only had those 2 days off. So I was like on for like 6 days before that, and then like off for those 2 days, then back on for like 4 days or something. So in order for me to get like a whole week, I had to move my days around. So I moved my days, so I'm finally able. I think I'm off like, I think it's the 22nd or the 23rd through the 29th. And then the 30th of November, that runs into technically what we consider our December schedule. Well, yeah, for the month of December for us. Yeah, it's a little funky how they do like the months or whatever. So I'll have to wait till the bids come out in November in order to try and make sure I get like Black Friday weekend off. So I'm hoping to do that. If not, I'm just gonna drop. Y'all already know I'm here for the drops. I'm here. So yeah, and there are a few drops that we have to, well, not have to, but they expire at the end of the year, so why not use them? So yeah, I'll be doing that in December for that first little half, and then the rest of it, we'll see how Christmas goes. We will see. Fingers crossed, y'all. Fingers crossed. But so far, you know, I was able to be home for 4th of July. I was able to be home for Labor Day, and I'm able to be home for Thanksgiving. So let's just hope Christmas is the same. New Year's, I don't really care too much because I kind of want to go somewhere. I prefer to go like overseas somewhere, maybe like a good London or maybe even Barcelona or something. I don't know, but London would kind of be lit because my homegirl I think could be there. I'm not quite sure. I have to ask her, but I think it'd be kind of lit to go to London. But still, I think I might try and like take it off and then make sure I pick up a trip during that time so I can make sure I'm gone during and I have control over it, because I don't want to just be sitting around and then they don't use me and then now I'm mad because I spent my New Year's, you know what I'm saying, like sitting on reserve. Nobody wants to do that. So I think I might just like pick up a trip or something, and like make those my off days and then pick up a trip or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out before the time comes. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know, y'all, I'm off for Thanksgiving. Hey. All right, so yep, this is my commute on back to good old work, and then I think I'm on for, starting tomorrow, I'm on for 6 days, off for 1 day, on for 6 days, off for 1 day. I think I'm on for another 6 days. I don't know, something funky like that. Anyways, I'll let you guys know as, you know, as this month progresses. We're going into November, and it's supposed to be no fly November. That's the rumor that I'm hearing. I don't know. I'll experience it for myself when it comes. So looks like they probably won't be using us this month either. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Way back to you till you make amends with the demons you've been through. I can't regret